Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about piranhas. Za eigyo desu. Sore dewa ikimashou. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is Chic Central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale, Carnegie Training, Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, and now my new book in Japanese, Za Eigyo, is available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 288, and today we're talking about the Piranha Client. If you've ever watched one of those nature documentaries about the piranha fish, they can strip an animal of its flesh in seconds. The way they do that, though, is totally different to a shark. Growing up in Australia, we're all experts on sharks, and we know that they can distend their lower jaw to make the size of the bite larger. They will take huge chunks of flesh off your body at a time. The piranha, however, only takes small bites, but there are a tremendous lot of them. And this is where the trouble comes from. These small bites remind me of some clients and how they attempt to strip you of your deal content one little bite-sized piece at a time. We're dealing with a large company and a new division. This is a group we haven't worked with before, so the people are new to us. We struck a deal for a reasonable piece of business and imagined we would, set some dates and get busy with the delivery. Gradually, they came back with a little larger piece of business and wanted discounts for volume, which we agreed to. And then they came back with another tranche and wanted more discounts. And then another tranche and a request for more discounts. Am I being played here? Was the thought going through my mind. I was in a bind now because being unable to see the total deal size from the beginning, I had nicely backed myself into the corner labelled big discounts and had no wiggle room. Did they plan that approach from the outset, or did they get into a feeding frenzy on the discounts and think, let's see how far we can push this along? I'm not sure which is which, but I do know we are working for a substantial reduction in revenues as a result. In retrospect, I should have entertained the possibility that they would want further discounts and should have arranged my numbers so that there was a hard stop, which came into play much earlier. In fact, they actually came back with a slightly different requirement, and I was determined that if we had more of this scope creep, I would pull the shutters down earlier on the discount front this time. They're also taking bites on another front. There are always issues around personnel, resource availability, and certifications in the training business. Dale Carnegie is very strict regarding trainer development. It basically takes 18 months to get the first level of trainer certification. After that, for every other core course you want to get certified in, you have to add a week of specialist training and pass the accreditation, which isn't a foregone conclusion by any stakes. The next level of Piranha activity surfaced around trainer selection. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is being brought to you by, on the 13th of May, we're doing course previews. On the 18th, we're doing Dale Carnegie course. 19th to 20th, we're doing the High Impact Presentations course. Check out our website, www.dale, D-A-L-E, hyphen, Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. And they're all available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. We recognize that trainer quality is everything for a training company, which is why we spend so much time and treasure getting people certified and put them through hell to get accredited. If you don't believe me, come on over and give it a try. There is always the question of the alignment between how many people are qualified to teach a certain piece of content and how many are actually able to meet the timetable requirements of the client. This is a tricky balance at the best of times and made even more difficult because of COVID. We have external and internal trainers, and in normal times we have good availability, but thanks to COVID destroying the training industry, a number of those external trainers are no longer available. If they cannot get regular work doing training, then they gravitate more toward things like consulting, and they have limited windows to do training. The upshot is, when we are getting more piranha bites, and we're wanting to see more and more trainer profiles and more demands about selections, we have to push back. Are we prepared to walk away from the whole deal, especially during a devastating pandemic, if the client proves to be a pain? Many service industry companies have a no idiots policy regarding who they work for. Actually, they use a much stronger word than idiots, but I think you get the picture. Scope creep, discount pressure, difficult to deal with individuals are a toxic cocktail. Where do you draw the line for your business? How much is too much when trying to satisfy clients? Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.